Jotono nam sawan YouTube channel Mathematics Phwrwngnok. Tini ni chini topic engka Converse of Basic Proportionality Theorem norokoro boron sijak tokana. जों अमा चेंगलायना सिगां किसा क्विक रिकॉल खायना लागेना जों लास्ट वीडियो was सोलोंनाय मानि बेसिक प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी थ्योरम ताक बेसिक प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी थ्योरम तामो जरिनो चिनि कायसा ट्रायंगल तंगो ओंखा अ ट्रायंगल बुंग रखा बेसिक बुमु ABC ताक अ ट्रायंगल ति कायसा लाइन लाई थांगा हाय को हाय के लाइन के अ लाइन कायनि जागा इंटरसेक्ट खायो AB नो इंटरसेक्ट खायो DO AC नो इंटरसेक्ट खायो EO ते अ लाइन जे तंगो आबो पुरु पैरेलल जोंनो साइड गाव जागा जे अ कायनि लाइन तमो थर्ड साइड अ लाइन जे इंटरसेक्ट खायनाय अ लाइन जे थर्ड साइड बाय चिनि ट्रायंगल नि थर्ड साइड बाय पैरेलल माने DE बाय BC पैरेलल जदि न हायिं खांके ratios tangnai AD by DB equal to AE by EC हायंगो मोसंग सरलाइका बेसिक प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी थ्योरम ताबुक तिनि निचिने टॉपिक के तो कन्वर्स थ्योरम ता कन्वर्स थ्योरम के मोनि उल्टा Converse theorem ke omong ulta. Converse theorem ke tadi sah, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, jodi no kaisa line triangle ni duita side no same ratio wo divide khairka khagi reka gangke a line third side by parallel ngai ni sao then the line must be parallel to the third side. Pura basic proportionality theorem ni ulta. Converse, amain converse nanta sama converse vice versa ta BPT ni vice versa ga converse of BPT ta basic proportionality theorem ke je line tongmani abo parallel third side by parallel line je tongmani third side by parallel ratios equal 9 बुझ खदा abo ki BPT ta converse theorem ke sao line je tongmani abo equal ratios of khagi rekhangke a line third side by parallel 9 clear da अच्छा फारिंगा जों ताबुक प्रूफ फाइजों थांलायगोन प्रूफ खायनांगौ तो जों ट्रायंगल नांगौ नाय जिनै ट्रायंगल नायखौ जों A B C or A B C ति लाइन लाइ थाङा DE so given tamo a triangle ABC in which a line DE intersects AB in D and AC in E in such a way एमन भाबे intersect खायका in such a way that AD by DB equal to AE by EC जे ओ लाइन DE बो AB ओ D नो intersect खायो AC नो E ओ intersect खायो एमन भाबे intersect खायका जे AD by DB yang deberada gini ratio tadi ya ada gini ratio AE by EC equal enggo ha kita bukan proof makanya to proof tam proof kajang na cini jeng proof kaya nanggo je cini DE TBC borok parallel we have to prove that this DE is parallel to the third side BC DE by BC parallel ini jeng proof makanya oke tak proof baik ini jeng nari cini target tamo cini main target yang o DE by BC parallel ini proof makanya ya ba cini o jadi tongani BC by parallel ini proof makanya but ceng na sekarang o jaga contradiction method use kane contradiction method kita mo ceng o DE no parallel ya ini si assume kane nari ceng tam proof kane nang DE by BC parallel but ceng tam assume kai thang nai DE by BC parallel ya ini जों assume खाय थांनाय आमथिके assume खायते जों ताममान आबो जों check खायनो लायनाय ओके जों हायके जों लायनाय if possible let DE is not parallel to BC जरी possible के जों ताम से क्या हो जरी possible के DE is not parallel to BC or DE BC by parallel ya ini जों assume खायनाका ketak assume खायनाका DE तो ना DE तो parallel जों लिया इनके सब parallel ना बा DE parallel angli ya mane obviously te kaisa line ma tongna jeta parallel thingale because DE to parallel singli able BC by which means te alkaline tongnai jeta BC by parallel tak a alkaline sabo then there must be another line, there must be another line samna langai oro hi te kaisa line na lekhasan dot rồi और NCERT hacker relation जो E dash NCERT yo E dash use कर और अगर F बोरी मानो करना है क्या कॉक करे बट ang NCERT hacker kata E dash nong ni NCERT boy E dash berong so ang E dash itu nok bung jispan emang nong ni chasa so then there must be another line DE dash okay patari wait matek parallel hacker di ruang ya dah angkat sini E dash okay then there must be another line DE dash which is parallel to BC tan si kya ho jaga first of all जों say kya je जों assume khai kya je chini o DE BC by parallel ya इनके all line DE से parallel yang ka ke te alkaline tong nai DE parallel sing ya mana te alkaline tong nai jeta parallel इनके te alkaline sa bote kaisa line DE dash iko DE dash ke o BC by parallel cuma assume khai na kata DE dash BC by parallel DE dash by BC borok parallel sing ka ke जों tam use keman जों basic proportionality theorem use keman okay so also using basic proportionality theorem we have taman chana ke basic proportionality theorem AD by DB equal to AE dash by E dash C clear ale AD by DB equal to AE dash by AD by DB because DE dash by BC is a parallel so AD by DB equal to AE dash by E dash C using our basic proportionality theorem sing ama mangka mongka dorom di equation number 1 but हाइफानो जोंनो तो question no se question बोलते जोंनो statement तो चिनी statement से जोंनो रिजल्ट अमो इको AD by DB equal to A by AC AD by DB equal to A by EC मोर जोंनो statement तो से रिखा but AD by DB is equal to AE by EC from the equation 2 nga जों compare खेलने तब equation 1 by equation 2 so from 1 and 2 we get tam manai AD by DB or AD by DB or AD by DB AE dash by E dash C boba equal or jake AD by DB AE by EC by equal ngatang sina ba obviously o kain equal sina AE dash by E dash C is equal to AE by EC think able boba equal sina comparing 1 and 2 from 1 and 2 tabuk sing tam khaina ke adding 1 both sides sing 1 it khaina adding 1 both sides we get tam manai nadi AE dash by E dash C plus 1 equal to AE by EC plus 1 LCM nadi E dash C sakatam phainai AE dash plus E dash C और अब LCM na ke AEC sakatam phainai AE plus EC okay roman chana sing E dash C AE dash plus E dash C tangnai AE dash A ni simi E dash ni simi C ketaman baseng pura AC me di ba A ni simi E dash ni simi C pura AC man nai kamu tam nai sa kamu AC next AE plus EC A ni simi E ni simi C okay ko AE plus EC ta ko AE plus EC tang nai mo bo AC ni AC mo nai mo bo AC Cái to ore AC by AC cut taman chene sing 1 by E dash C equal to 1 by AC. Okay, reciprocal na kasing taman chenai E dash C equal to EC. Taman kasing oro last to E dash C equal to EC. Okay, E dash C na negi E dash C. Omong ka chini E dash C ko oran chini. E dash C ko omong chini ta mong ka EC. Mong ka EC. Tabuk borong ni length sada solai. Sing diagram nemo men semon borok solaya. So solai ba boro? Solaya. E dash C le omo, E C le omo so solai. But sing oro mani jang ka borok equal pu. ठीक दा equal pu. Nga mo sa sakaba omo mama ni sing sada sakaba. Saya E dash C by EC equal sing ini ya. Diagram mo na sing semon because E dash pura alka point, E bu alka point. E dash to orange mis so obviously E dash C lokku go EC ni sai. Mungkin borok to equal ini ya. Or to equal semani jang kasang. Mani contradict tengka. Tabuk O E dash C by EC bofru equal nai. Mo possible da. Omo equal mani possible da tak abo se kokhe. Possible bofru nai ba. E dash by E a jaga ni jaga hangke. Mane E dash borom di kaisa line ta. Hangke E. Tak jeng ta mangka E ke o jaga. E dash ke o jaga. Haike mane jeng ede basung to. Heda E ke o jaga E dash ke batur. E ke o jaga mane to kaseng E dash ke o jaga mane to kaseng. ठीक दा के तब ओमो एमो इक्वल ना के E dash C by EC इक्वल ना के ताऊ ना जे जागा E तब ओमो लाइन रुकी जे जागा E ओ जागा E ते ओ जागा नो E dash मांग फिनाई बरक सेम पॉइंट से मांगनाई सेम पॉइंट E dash by E सेम पॉइंट से मांगनाई बुझ गया माने बरक कोइंसाइड मांगनाई सेम पॉइंट माने तामो सेम जागा वो माने नो कोइंसाइड बुझ गया which means O E dash C by EC equal na gake. This is possible. This is possible only when E and E dash coincide. This is possible only when E and E dash coincide. Which means that is tamo DE is the line DE dash itself. DE dash nung na nang mai. Puji kale coincide sing na nung ka ba? DE by DE dash alka line ya. Borok same line si magnai. Clear da? Okay. So sengor si mangka which implies DE parallel BC. Hence DE parallel BC. So sang hai ke proof khayo ta. Okay? So omonon hono sing converse of basic proportionality theorem. BPT ni converse omo. Om deke sing theorem na proof khayo. Tabuk phadi sing all converse theorem ni related some questions sing solve kalai nai. Okay? Board on logi mangkana chini question number 1. Tak o jaga sungno sawo je E by F kaisa point fo E hingga ke PQ point F hingga ke PR point triangle PQR ni tabuk all following cases ni bagai phunuk di je EF by QR parallel. Okay? So chini triangle hingga PQR. Okay, triangle draw kena lagi na. Umong ka chini triangle PQR. Tak E o PQ point F ke oro point omong jeng join khainai EF mannai tak chini target hingga tamo o EF by QR no seng parallel hanai ma phunuk nai EF by QR parallel. Okay? O EF by QR parallel ma phunuk nai. Ke EF by QR ma parallel hini si phunuk ma phunuk nai ke seng bomo use khainai ba converse theorem use khainai. Converse theorem BPT use takai BPT ya. Converse theorem BPT o ke seng ratios equal hini ma phunugo. Bujan tadi BPT o ke seng ratios equal hini ma phunugo. Converse theorem o ke seng lines parallel hini ma phunugo. Bujha? Clear? Okay. So chini target namo seng ratios no equal hini ma phunung nai. Jodi chini ratios equal seng kha mane lines tamu chanai parallel sini. Abang sana boleh converse theorem to. Okay. So Roman number 1, jangan tambah rezak. PE 3.9 cm. Okay, orang sih contoh. PE 3.9 cm jangan rezak. EQ rezak 3 cm. PF rezak 3.6 cm. TFR rezak 2.4 cm. So kita ratios check kan ini. We have PE by EQ. PE by EQ besar 3.9 divided by 3. Kira 1.3. So 1.3 cm mangkasang. PE by EQ. Next, PF by FR. PF besar 3.6, FR ke 2.4. So almost cut kayak mana 12 by that. 12 twos are. So 0.3 by 0.2, which means 3 by 2, which means 1.5 centimeters. So solid bro. Or ratios equal the PE by EQ 1.3, PF by FR ke 1.5. Ratios equal yeah, which means EF. Which implies PE by EQ is not equal to PF by FR, which implies EF is not parallel to QR. EF by QR parallel. Yeah, so hemang ka. Clear? Okay. Next, Roman number 2 sang check kan. Roman number 2 ni bagay ke sang notama details rezak. Let's check. Roman number 2 ni bagay ke sang sawo PQ 1.28 for PQ. Full rezak or full. Kasha full rezak 1.28 cm. Okay. PQ sang 1.28 cm rezak. PR rezak besar 2.56. Okay. Mau full rezak 2.56. PE besar PE mana omong? PE besar rezak sang 0.18 cm. Te PF rezak. PF besar rezak 0.36 cm. Okay. Tak sengoro punuk dini sawo jadi sini EF by QR parallel ini. Okay, moto seng ratio semang ke ratio serasa PE by PQ ini si mana seng? Oh ratio na mana PE by PQ? Eda PE by PQ besar nai 0.18 divided by 1.28. So mo decimal notation nai heka mana seng? 2 9s are 2 6 4. So 9 by 64 asal mangkasang. Okay. Next, sengkarnai PF by FR. PF besar 0.36 sama ke 2.56, which means 36 by 256. Decimal mark okay. Mau 2 by 18, 2 by 1, 2, 8, 2 by 9, 2 by 64. So 9 by 64. Mau bahasa mana? Okay, P by PQ te PF by FR tambah ke sengara, which implies PE by PQ equal to PF by FR. Ratios equal ka PE by PQ equal to PF by FR. Okay, the ratios equal ka, which means tamo EF parallel QR. EF by QR parallel lang. By tamo, acha mau usir na using converse of BPT. Converse of BPT. Basic proportionality theorem ni converse use kai sang saya mangkaze EF by QR parallel ngai hane. Okay, so am take question sang article solve kai. Bujka? Okay, let's proceed to our next question. Mungkin orang kan hai board on nogi mangkwana chini question number 2. Tako question number 2 is how in the given figure DE parallel OQ and DF parallel OR. Show that EF parallel QR. So no all jaga sawo je chini DE by OQ. DE no kadai ko mo ka DE by OQ parallel. DE by OQ parallel. Te DF by OR parallel. DF by OR parallel. Kasi no punugin sawo EF by QR parallel. EF te OQR parallel mai. Okay. Tako EF by QR parallel punuk di ini si sawo, which means seng parallel punuk nah gangke seng tam theorem use kai converse theorem. Mo jena parallel phwrwngnok which means जों o ef by qr chini parallel nangke o pe by eq te pf by fr o ratios equal mangnai ठीक ना बोले ओके so sin target ngka ratios no equal phwrwngnani chini main target ta pe by eq te pf by fr o kaini ratios no equal hani phwrwngen nai o kaini ratios jodi chini equal ngkangke ef by qr parallel nai but chengna sikang sungno given result tongo puilao om de parallel oq tak observe khaina di diagram ka hamke de omo da de ko thingale mono je de te omo oq diko so o de by oq wo both triangle ni borok o de je oq parallel both triangle ni p o q triangle p o q ni okay solution in solution proof in triangle POQ POQ DE parallel OQ kesungno oro to parallel hini si rirezak parallel hini si rirezak mane no जों BPT use खालामो basic proportionality theorem use खालामो parallel hini si rirezak nge bawa jaga so which implies जों simano PE by EQ equal to PD by DO mongga jini equation number 1 baik ke basic proportionality theorem tinggal ya oke semua mangrak next semua tam rezak df parallel or df nu kana di diagram ko df iko mong lalechin df mong lalechin or tak o df by or tamo parallel df by or parallel bot triangle ni bro p o r iko triangle ni p o r ni so tong mono use kai mai triangle p o r no in triangle POR tani siman jeng DF parallel OR okay, DF by OR si parallel which means jeng parallel sing kangke sing basic proportionality theorem use kemana kita na bahasa ga PF by FR equal to PD by DO equation number 2 basic proportionality theorem tabuk equation 1 by equation 2 ni jeng taman from 1 and 2 from 1 and 2 we get nari equation 1 tam maka PE by EQ te PD by DO borok equal PE by EQ PD by DO by equal o jaga tam maka PF by FR PD by DO by equal tabuk kaham ke sing equation 1 by equation 2 nani khake o kaini ratios no yang je debradi gini chini kaini ratios bo kaini no PD by DO PD by DO borok by equal ke kaini se same ratio by equal ko PD by DO or PD by DO ke o kaini same ratio by equal mane o kaini ratio omo PE by EQ to PF by FR borok by equal nang PE by EQ equal to PF by FR katang na ni PE by EQ bomo PE by EQ omo PF by FR bomo PF by FR equal kasama kasi PE by EQ te PF by FR o kaini ratios equal which means chini o triangle PQR o kaini ratios equal mane EF by QR tang sinai which implies EF parallel QR tambay mo converse of basic proportionality theorem so using converse of basic proportionality theorem sang saibang kaze chini EF by QR parallel engka gamon phongjang nai ko EF parallel QR sang all particular question no atike solve khai okay pare sang te kaisa question no agu glai nai tabo engka ngorok board no bimang mana chini te kaisa question tak o jaga engka sungno sawo je the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at the point O such that AO by BO equal to CO by DO show that ABCD is a trapezium जोंनो कायसा quadrilateral rizak quadrilateral man to sama nonor quadrilateral mane chaita side heda ketak o quadrilateral ni diagonals intersect khaibo tan laibo iko AC by BD o quadrilateral diagonal O intersect khaleo emon ki intersect khaleka je AO by BO te CO by DO AO by BO equal to CO by DO o kaini ratios equal in chao tak sengno proof khaidin chao je chini o ABCD trapezium ni proof ma tak trapezium ni jodi no proof khaina ke abcd trapezium ni proof khaina ke o ab by dc tam ngana parallel suci ni main target abano tamo abo ab by dc parallel ini sang ma pudong nai japro ab by dc parallel ni pudong mangka mane chini abcd trapezium ang thangnai clear okay so bahai ke approach khalinai first of all sangaro kisa construction nango or ini dikha okay so given abcd is a quadrilateral in which diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at O in such a way that AO by BO equal to CO by DO. Mujhe na o AO by BO to CO by DO equal hai nahi. So no already statement or particular question or a result. Okay. Okay. To prove, tam proof mechanism ABCD is a trapezium. Mujhe na ABCD trapezium ini proof khaina ke chini main tam proof mechanism AB by DC parallel. Tak sungaro construction book hai hamne. Construction tamo draw EO parallel DC. EO by DC parallel. EO by DC parallel. Jadi construct khaina ka. EO by DC parallel. Tak tadi o EO by o DC parallel sing hangka. Tadi proof sedang lainai. Oke. Tak o EO by o DC parallel sing hangka. Sing Simon o parallel ke nadi tak mo triangle do khopsak o EO by DC je parallel mani triangle so da khopsak abo nadi. Ke triangle do khopsak. Khopsak yes because A D C omo kachin triangle o triangle EO by DC parallel. Ke triangle o kai lines parallel tongo. Mane sing basic proportionality theorem use kaimano. Tinggal boleh? Okay. Keseng direct sing imang ka. In triangle ADC EO parallel DC, which implies AE by ED equal to AO by CO. More equation number 1. Basic proportionality theorem. Okay. But AO by BO equal to CO by DO. Moto sung no given C. Tinggal eh. Moto sung basic proportionality theorem by mang. Okay, sung no result AO by BO to CO by DO equal. AO by BO equal to CO by DO, which implies daga slide na jenta bo CO no yang ti phenai BO no sagat lang thangnai. Sung hai ke manu. Tinggal eh. AO by CO equal to BO by DO. Mo ang kachin equation number 2. Moto sung no given C AO by BO equal to CO by DO. So sung tam hai ka CO no or telang ka BO no or telang ka. So AO by CO equal to BO by DO. Clear? Tak sung equation 1 by equation 2 no kaham ke na ne ke from 1 and 2 sung tam man nai from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 we get nadi or AO by CO AE by ED by equal or AO by CO BO by DO by equal. Clear that? Nadi or je AE by ED to mani bo AO by CO by equal or bo AO by CO BO by DO by equal, which means o BO by DO te o AE by ED kaini no AO by CO by equal. Nke boro kani se equal ka ke BO by DO te AE by ED tang sina ba equal lang sina. Nke AE by ED equal to BO by DO. AE by ED nadi ko AE by ED equal to BO by DO. Moment to mo kasih triangle khop jago. DAB eba ke ABD ko triangle. Nke o triangle o AE by ED te BO by DO o kaini ratios equal ngi tong ha. Nadi tesha. AE by ED equal to BO by DO. Mo mang hanale mo to compare kai mang kasang equation 1 by equation 2 no compare kai mang. Tabuk AE by ED AE by ED te o BO by DO. O kaini ratios equal. O kaini ratios tak triangle khom jago iko ABD triangle. Ke triangle o kaini ratios equal ang hangke o EO by AB tang sina ba? Parallel lang sina. Tingale. Which implies EO parallel AB. EO by AB parallel. Sang mangka. Which implies tang nadi. AB sao by parallel? AB EO by parallel. Thích đã? Chào mọi người xem này. Converse of BPT. Converse theorem by chừng mangka. EO by AB parallel. EO by AB parallel. Tangai because AE by ED te BO by DO or ratios equal. So EO by AB equal. Parallel, sorry. EO by AB parallel. Tak AB by EO parallel iko. EO by AB parallel, which means AB by EO parallel. Tak o EO to construction. By construction, EO DC by parallel. Gatak taman to kasi AB ke EO by parallel, EO ke DC by parallel. Kasi class 9 no. Class 9 no. Kasi theorem sering lagi. Lines and angles chapter. Tamo, lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Line jodi no same line by parallel ang khatak AB bo EO by parallel, DC bo EO by parallel. Kake o AB by DC bo parallel ang thang nai. Hear ba? Which implies AB parallel DC. Or siri manusang lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Gasang tamang ka, amon na nablechin target AB by DC parallel proof kanya ni. Okay, AB by DC parallel proof ng ithang ka, which means tamo ABCD tamo. ABCD is a trapezium. So sang simang ka chichini ABCD trapezium. Okay? So sang all particular question no, atike solve hai. Or last one hence showed ini pan siti da. Clear? Tawa ko. Mungkin orang bodoh nugi mang kona. Sini question number 4. Tak o jaga tamsa triangle ABC kaisa rajak tango. In triangle ABC, D and D are 2 points on AB. D, T, E are 2 points on AB such that AD equal to BE or AD by or BE ko B ni simi E, T ni simi D borok equal hindi rajak. DP parallel BC, DP by BC parallel and EQ parallel AC. EQ te AC borok parallel. DP parallel BC, EQ parallel AC. Proof khari ni sawo PQ by OAB parallel. Puji kata jong tabuk PQ by AB parallel proof khari sawo. Tak PQ by AB ko mo pura mo. O PQ by AB pura no sing parallel ini proof khana ke chini o ratio. CP by PA equal to CQ by QB mang nai. Ratios equal ma phang nai. Tak ratios equal phuno gai parallel nai mane sing obviously tam use ma khanai chini converse theorem use ma khanai. But converse theorem use khaina sakang sang BPT bu use ma khanai because sing no parallel he burja ko. DP by BC parallel, EQ by AC parallel. Phadi ka sang chang nai. Given pula was given by tang given triangle ABC in which D and E are 2 points on AB such that AD equal to BE and DP parallel BC and EQ parallel AC or NAD also DP parallel BC and EQ parallel AC. Now, first of all, let's start with proof. First of all, singalanya DP parallel BC no. DP by BC parallel in chawal ko. DP parallel BC. Tabuk DP by BC parallel ke nari. Chini o DP te o BC. No kada DP by BC bo triangle kalai bo triangle ABC wo kalai. Triangle ABC wo DP by BC parallel. Kasi triangle ABC use kanya obviously chini triangle ABC. Chini triangle ABC wo DP by BC parallel. Ke DP by BC se parallel si. Kake sing tam theorem use kaiman sing basic proportionality theorem. use kaimano geseng tani siman AD by DB equal to AP by PC. Mo ngachini equation number 1. Bracket geseng tam sinai basic proportionality theorem. Okay, masuk equation mangka. Next sung tam rezak. Next sung rezak EQ by AC parallel. Next sung rezak EQ parallel AC iko. EQ te AC parallel. Geseng mo check kene oni diagram mo EQ parallel AC bo jaga. Moda EQ, moda AC ko pura AC. Ke o EQ by o pura AC parallel. Mane chini triangle tamo BAC. Chini triangle tamo BAC. So triangle BAC wo EQ te AC parallel. Geseng tam use kemang ko jaga tani simang ko BE by EA equal to BQ by QC. EQ by AC parallel क्या है B di sini E ini sini A equal to BQ by QC iko ठीक dah equation number tadi okay mono equation dulu ya wait mono sengsir sini direct basic proportionality theorem tangi equation dia because seng mono change mark ini tak bahaya change kan ini BE tak kortam rezak sakau tamaro BE BE sub equal और ऑब्जर्व करने दी BE सब इक्वल और जगह ऑब्जर्व करने दी BE सब इक्वल AD ठीक है ले कि BE नि जगह संगतम सीमान AD similarly EA तब EA का हम को ऑब्जर्व करने दी मोड़ा EA मोड़ ngabले चीज़ EA है दा के अंगोर साइडो सीजन जो EA EA बाहर के माना EA बाहर के मान ED plus DA ठीक दा ED plus DA engang EA mano tabuk ED plus DA kadang setang pagi ya parau katanya dah kok kere talam kelugi mar kata nunggu itu tong I think so let's continue okay so semua jaga EA wo heda EA tani siman kan EA tani siman EA simano EA simano ED plus DA है नहीं ED plus DA ठीक dah iko mo tabuk o DA ED plus DA DA सब इक्वल DA माने तो AD बिले DA माने तब बा AD बिले AD सब इक्वल बा BE AD सब इक्वल BE so o AD in jaga tam simana sorry AD in jaga tam siman BE ini siman ठीक ना ले BE ini siman के ED plus BE yang sana माने ED plus BE hai sana sana के ED plus BE tang na ba ko ED plus BE tang sana DB ya baki BD buji kata ke EA ini jaga tam siman EA ini jaga tam siman DB ini siman equal to BQ by QC equation number 2 hai kesha kabi de kaham ke kesha hui buji yang kan mari first of all to EA iko BE to AD by equal almost sirka mo to buji kan I think EA mari EA tani simanang ED plus DA oh kayaknya plus kesang mo pura full mana bile ठीक dah tak AD tadi AD sama equal ba AD sama equal BE और DA ini sih DA mana tuh AD no so BE के sirka iko BE DA ini jaga BE ini sirka tak BE iko mo da BE tamang kan kero ED plus BE mo sangta jo ka omo bay omo plus kita mana ba oh full mana bile DB mana bile DB iko ya BD ta ठीक dah के EA ini jaga DB EA equal to DB तो so EA ini jaga DB clear dah oke orang serius na EA equal to ED plus DA which is equal to ED plus BE which is equal to DB okay next mau kasih equation 2 tak from equation 1 and 2 sebentar mana ini from 1 and 2 we get equation 1 tamaro AD by DB equal to AP by PC equation 2 ke AD by DB equal to BQ by QC or equation 1 bo AD by DB tongo equation 2 bo AD by DB tongo which means o AP by PC te o BQ by QC kaini no AD by DB by equal which means o kaini omo by omo borok bo equal ang sinai ketani siman seng AP by PC equal to BQ by QC tak diagram check kene di AP by PC equal to BQ by QC AP by PC mari moda AP by PC ঠিক dale BQ by QC mo BQ by QC okay all kind ratios ko AP by PC equal to BQ by QC all kind ratios tang itong ha equal ang itong all kind ratios equal sing ka PQ by AB tang sina ba PQ by AB tang sina parallel which implies PQ parallel AB abon sang proof kanang ko PQ by AB parallel ni tingale converse of BPT okay so a particular question no sang atike solve hai ha okay so omono converse of BPT ni some related questions. Temo alga potre questions.